Hey everyone, this is Split Cam Gamer. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Sonic Riders. In the last part, we finished off the last story mode cutscene where we stopped Eggman yet again, only for Sonic to feel the wrath of Amy. And we began the Babylon story where we got the perspective of the Babylon rogues and finished up the first race, which was basically the initial opening cutscene from the hero story. And now we're going to continue with the Babylon story.
I get it, okay? It just floats, and that's good enough for me. Huh?
Sorry, but it's just too funny. Let's see. Huh? That gear's unusual. Customized it myself. This isn't half bad for an amateur. Still, you can never be too careful. Well, I never imagined anyone would enter the race with such a piece of junk. Thanks, though. It was good for a laugh. See ya, Shorty. Oh, that girl! Who does she think she is?
So yeah, basically the cutscene was mostly the same, except we got to see where Wave placed the bomb on Sonic's board. So this objective, defeat Amy and finish in first place. So at least that answered the questions of what happened to Amy in the race. Honestly, whenever Wave said her opening line when I was younger, I always thought she said, "Do you think you can win with that fork?" I like to think that I was knowing better when I was younger. But yeah, this honestly kind of brings up the plot hole of Tails' knowledge of the board that I mentioned earlier in the hero story, of which when you go to free race or time attack and you press the Y button to look up information on the boards, they're all the boards aside from the Babylon roads are made by Robotic Industries. So in other words, Eggman made them. It also kind of doesn't help that you think that Tails wouldn't notice a simple bomb after looking over it and think, huh, that's not suspicious in any way whatsoever. So yeah, so you think that Tails would be able to notice a big oversight like that. Come on, pass. Do what I dare you. Alright, so yeah, so like I said in the last part, the Babylon story tracks are basically the regular stages in, I wouldn't really say reverse, they're more just like they use the same music tracks, except the courses are slightly altered. So, but I'm trying to think what else to talk about aside from not losing this race, because as I said in the very beginning, basically everything after the very two races in Hero Story, you have to finish in first place in every race, which is kind of a pain in and of itself. I got nothing to worry about. I've already managed to pull off a wide enough gap lead, so this shouldn't be a problem. Oh yeah, I also mentioned in the last part how I used to pretend when I was in elementary school that I was a part of the Babylon Rogues. Because honestly, the game introduced these guys as kind of cool characters. Because honestly, 3 flying mammals make for pretty interesting characters. Though I have heard that the Babylon Rogues are just Sonic and his friends, only kind of evil, but not really. And just like that, we finished first. Wow. Amy managed to get second by 10 milliseconds. Alright, so we're only 4 minutes in, so let's jump into the next race. Oh yeah, I should also mention before we continue that if you are completing these Babylon story missions for the first time, every time you complete a mission, the track that you raced on will be unlocked. I forgot to mention that. So now we get the next cutscene, but in clear blue skies instead of dark blue.
Sorry,
What?
boss. The red dude beat me in the race.
Man, you really are worthless.
Boss, it wasn't my fault. He must have cheated. That's it. He must have used some special type of gear.
What? Are you implying that you lost because of my gear? No one can tune a gear the way I can. Accepted, buddy. It's not the board. Your skills just suck.
What? Suck?
Yes, S-U-C-K, suck.
Stop it! Now, let's get down to business. I believe our colleague Eggman, he's gotta be hiding something. And you know, I don't like secrets, so I've got a job for you, Storm.
Sure.
I want you to sneak into Eggman's base and find out what he's hiding there. Make sure you look carefully.
You got it, boss.
Hey, before you go, bring something back or don't return at all.
Yes, sir.
Ah!
And yet, despite it being a painting, it makes a shattering noise.
Ah!
It's funny how strong Jet's kick is, and I still find that hilarious. Also, that cutscene basically taught me how to say the word suck.
All the racers are totally focused on...
So yeah, cutscene basically taught me what was essentially considered to be a kind of a swear word, but not really. So yeah, so because technically Storm was eliminated from the race because of his race against Knuckles, we are now in the Ice Factory, which is basically the Egg Factory, only, well, it's on ice. I'm sure it was probably Eggman just abandoned it in the Arctic, I guess, because Eggman has God knows how many of these. But yeah, like I said, he probably left this base in the Arctic and just abandoned it. But I think it goes to show that while the Babylon Rogues are keen on Eggman's offer to help unlock Babylon Garden, it seems that Jet doesn't necessarily trust Eggman. And though I honestly don't really know that how his gathering information count as a race, but whatevs. Whatever. Phew. Oh. Phew. I get a little bit antsy with the tricks because when I'm just expecting to get like an X rank, I end up landing poorly and getting C. Oh yeah, and I should also mention, because this course is called the Ice Factory, naturally, we get classic ice physics. Damn it, missed again. Well, the good news is that that thing doesn't go spinning whenever... Oh, whatever, it's fine. The good news is I can smash into these robots. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, a textbook trick is I missed the icicles that I can crash into. Okay, that was bad. Come on. It's not behind me. Well, it's because I can't really say he is a robot. And again. There we go. At least I got one of them. Okay, that was a close call, but we did it. Well, I did it because there's nobody else in this room and I'm doing this thing solo as usual. Honestly, Storm was pretty much the first character I ever played with when I started this game because, again, I wanted to know what he was like and I liked the name Storm. But now, we're going to go on to the next race, is what I consider to be the worst course in the whole game. But we do get a pretty hilarious cutscene in before it, so that's a plus.
Huh? What's taking Storm so long?
Just sit down and relax. Chill, Wave.
Really, Jet? How can you be so relaxed at a time like this? Don't you see? As the leader, you've got responsibilities. Some you understand, but you...
You know, you would think that there would be an option on YouTube that would slow down Wave's dialogue so we can hear what she's saying.
I think it's time for a little fun.
And I guess that's where Jet got the idea to go talk to Sonic. Just a way to get out of Wave just lecturing him about being a leader.
Huh? Hey, Jet! You come back here! Right now! Why do I even bother? Unless I take charge, nothing ever gets done here.
And yet, you never seem to do so, Wave. Alright, so finish in first place, and we are now, like I said, going to race in what I consider to be the worst course in the entire game, the White Cave. Which is like the Green Jungle, only shittier.
No way I'm gonna...
So yeah, so this is what Jet was doing in the meantime, just like Storm, racing against a bunch of robots. That's a... See, my main problem that I had with this course is that, aside from canisters, there's very little opportunity to pick up rings, and only like... Well, and there are so many opportunities to fall off the ledge. And it's from here on out that, even though it's been demonstrated, like in the last race, this game has a horrible case of rubber banding AI. Right, which I hate. And much like the Green Jungle, the White Cave also has that stupid jump that you need to take because the AI will take that jump as well. Oh. And because they're going at only so fast, you won't have enough time to collect enough rings or even go fast enough. See, I missed all those rings because I was going too fast. Yes. So you gotta be lucky to even try to get any canisters. Yeah, you can ride on these purple centipedes, that's kind of cool, but but it's just that the design is what kills it for me. Well, like I said, even though it's been a while, I was able to get a handle on the mechanics again, so I at least had an idea of what I'm doing. And of course, I missed the stupid freaking ledge again. Come on, you green motherfucker, pass! Do that theory! Okay, managed to get through all 3 of these. So even though I said this is the worst course in the game, I managed to get through it on my first try. Because I remember that this was the course that I always get angry at and constantly had to restart. So that's why I consider it to be the worst course. So with that, we are 15 minutes in, so I think we have time for one more race. So let's just jump right into it. And basically, this is about the point where Tails beats Wave, and only Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Jet are left in the Grand Prix.
Boss! Sorry to keep you waiting for me.
How'd it go?
Take a look at this, boss.
Gimme. Aha, yes. Is this?
What is it?
It's an entry in Eggman's diary. It's about the Babylon treasure from our ancient ancestors.
I got those bird brains to believe that Babylon treasure was just a gem. I can't believe that they fell for it.
What fools! Can you believe the real treasure is the ancient but advanced technology of the Babylonians? What irony! I found a story about a boy who received an angel wing from the Babylonians as a gift. The story says that with it, the boy was able to rule the world. And this was just a gift. I'm anxious to find this technology as soon as possible. Imagine the vast possibilities of the technology they must have kept for themselves.
Well, I guess it was a good thing Jet didn't trust Eggman.
I guess it's not a gem after all.
Oh well. Guess this was just a wasted effort. Too bad, really. I haven't the slightest interest in world domination or advanced technology.
Hey, wait a second, okay, Jet? While Eggman may not look smart, he is. He has an IQ of 300 after all. If he's interested in this technology, it must have value.
Are you saying there's profit in this?
Think about it. It may be more valuable than finding silver or gold.
What is it like to imagine yourself having that much money?
Why'd you do that? I was just having this great daydream.
Come on, Jet. It's time to go back to the race.
All right, let's finish this. Then we'll finally get the treasure of Babylon.
So yeah, I always imagine myself adding the drum sound effect whenever Jet says he was having that great daydream. Alright, so this objective, win the World Grand Prix. So basically this minus the cheating from Sand Ruins, which this course is Dark Desert. So yeah, basically this part is basically, well, the same as... Yeah, in case you're wondering, that's what happens if you don't, like, get up. Basically, that's what happens when you don't... Alright, so let's ride the turbulence. Right up this. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! This is what I was trying to do off screen, but I missed it on every lap. Here. Yeah, for a dark desert, it has a surprisingly advanced temple. Also, I'm not sure how the Babylon rogues have, like, advanced technology, since, well, I'm sure at the time. Also, the story about the boy able to rule the world thing, I'm not sure how he was able to rule the world if he's dead, and also because of the fact if, like, an angel wing doesn't make you a god. Wow, I went off to a bad start and... Wait, what is Tails doing? Tails is like so far behind. He's probably only on the first lap. And meanwhile, I have Sonic and Knuckles on me. Wow, that was bad. So yeah. God, this music for this track is awesome. So yeah, like I said, just to not give you any spoilers, basically Dark Desert is basically going to be the same outcome, except unlike Sand Ruins, we actually get to finish the race this time without having a forced loss scenario. What the hell? Yeah, there are alternatives to basically getting back on track. Is Tails still on the first lap? Wow, this... I don't know what to say. That is just sad. Oh my god, he actually made it. Usually the AI is like extremely good in this game, albeit rubber banding. But then there are cases just like Tails just getting stuck on the first lap. And with that, we finished. So, I think that's going to do for this part. So, in the next part, we're basically going to pick up where we left off in the hero story and travel to Babylon Garden. See you guys next time. Bye.